honorable dignitaries on dais and other participants who has come for third National Day, International Dams Conference. Very good morning to everybody. I have been assigned this job to just say some words on development in dam safety management. Keeping in view the special and temporal variations of our rainfall in India, dams are playing vital role in conservation of this precious resource. At present, the storage created so far is approximately 41% of total utilizable surface water, but still we have to go a long way. Undoubtedly, dams have played a key role in fostering rapid and sustained development of India. Also, India stands third globally in respect of large dams after China and United States of America. Worldwide, dam safety is considered an inherent function in the planning, design, construction, maintenance, and operation of dams. It has been also generally recognized that a successful dam safety assurance program requires a dedicated institutional structure with access to top management attention. In India, by and large, dams are owned, constructed, and maintained by the state governments. Safety of the dams in India is the principal concern of the dam owner, as 80% of large dams have surpassed the age of 25 years. As the practices of dam safety vary from state to state and from organizations to organization, the center has been working towards evolving unified practice of dam safety. Presently, dam safety management in India is inadequate in so many respects. It may be regulatory mechanism, unified practices of dam safety, efficient operation and maintenance provisions, effective and efficient operation of dams, due shortage of competent and trained manpower, lack of comprehensive approach to deal with dam safety issues, etc. If we review the present mechanism in place to discuss dam safety issues, we find somehow insufficient, such as National Committee on Dam Safety was constituted in 1987, a forum for exchange of views on various issues pertaining to dam safety. National Committee on Seismic Design Parameters, constituted in year 1991 to review and recommend seismic coefficients to be used in the design of river valley projects. Central Dam Safety Organization, established in 1979, is Central Water Commission, to perform a coordinative and advisory role for the state governments. However, in the present legal framework, this organization has virtually no power. The Government of India is struggling to have dam safety legislation since 1982. After a lot of persuasion, dam safety bill was placed before Parliament in year 2010, which was lapsed. Presently, National Dam Safety Bill 2016 is under active consideration of Government of India. We are also lacking a common platform at national level having continuous flow of dam health and seismic data, sharing with leading national agencies, analysis and interpretation of it for putting corrective action in place. Presently, dams development do not reflect people-inclusive approach. Our water bodies are kept very isolated in the name of securities. Now time has changed. We should explore opening of these water bodies to general public, which may result in general awareness and contribution and importance of these bodies in the nation building. It will bring positive change in people's mindset towards these bodies. Nowadays, construction of new dams are really a real Herculean task and great challenge. Therefore, keeping our existing dams in sound health and condition is more relevant under prevailing circumstances in order to ensure better future for our coming generation. With these words, I hope emergence of some of the fruitful actionable points for better dam safety practices and management, which would further strengthen us to face any challenge with more confidence. I wish this conference a great success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We are honored to have with us Dr. Amarjeet Singh Ji, Secretary, Ministry of Water Resources. Dr. Singh has served in many departments and ministries in different capacities. He has immense contribution in nurturing this project and bringing it to this level. He has deep interest in dam safety areas and has taken various initiatives to improve the dam safety programs. CWC, on behalf of DRIP family, expresses gratitude to Dr. Singh. I request Dr. Amarjeet Singh Ji to kindly deliver inauguration address. Sir.
Very good morning, friends. My friend Uma was saying that you are welcome to Devbhoomi, Uttarakhand. मुझे लगता है कि असली देवभूमि IIT रुड़की है। जिसके स्टूडेंट्स ने जाके आसमान डैम बनाए, भाखड़ा बनाया, हीराकुद बनाया, दूसरे बड़े बड़े डैम बनाए, मुझे नहीं लगता कि उससे बड़ा मंदिर भी होगा। तो I have come here with that reverence today to this institution. I also seek your indulgence to remember a few wonderful people who've been part of this huge effort. मुझे कभी भी लगता है कि हम लोग एक रिले रेस में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं। आगे वाले हमें अपना बैटन पकड़ा देते हैं, फिर हम उसको लेके भागते हैं, तो जाने वक्त अपने पीछे वालों को ले जाते हैं। इसलिए मुझे लगता है बड़ा जरूरी है कि जो पहले काम कर रहे थे डॉक्टर CD थट्टे, श्री SK दास, श्री AK बजाज, श्री AD मोहले और डॉक्टर BK मित्तल, जिन्होंने डैम सेफ्टी एश्योरेंस और रिहैबिलिटेशन प्रोग्राम की शुरुआत की थी, बीज बोए थे, उनको याद करना बड़ा जरूरी है। क्योंकि उन्होंने जो सीड बोए थे, उसके फल हम आज खा रहे हैं। उसी के फल, उन्हीं सीढ़ियों पे चढ़ के हम आगे पहुंचे। और सबसे ज्यादा खुशी की बात है, जो मेरे दिल में बहुत खुशी की बात है, कि उनमें से दो महत्वपूर्ण व्यक्ति आज यहाँ उपस्थित है, पंडित साहब और गोपालकृष्ण साहब। कुछ जोरदार तालियों से उनका स्वागत करें। They made a huge contribution to the water sector, which is very respectworthy, and I have great regard for these gentlemen. तीसरे जो लोग याद करने वाले हैं, जिन्होंने इस प्रोजेक्ट में बहुत भाग बजाया है, वो वर्ल्ड बैंक की टीम, मिस्टर जून, एजिस के जितने the consultants from Aegis Group, there are too many, but I want to remember their contribution, immense contribution to the project, for bringing the best international practices to this whole area of work, which was new to us in our country. I want to remember the academia. And I feel most happy in this project that the academia has been actively involved. The best practices which have come to our country from consultants like Aegis, from USBR, from Delft, they have been home to well. And in that context, I want to remember our own NIH Roorkee, IIT Roorkee, Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, IIT Chennai, and other institutions that have been very actively involved with us. We feel very grateful and privileged for their support, guidance, and continuous attachment with us. This project is for the states. It would not have been complete but for the active involvement of the states. People like UMA, organizations like UJVNL. It would not have been complete but for those organizations. It wouldn't have progressed so much. So I wish to place on record my very sincere appreciation of the work which has been put in by the states of Odisha, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Uttarakhand. I wish to thank all their state secretaries, engineers, and other staff who have been involved in this project. But for their active support, but for their enthusiasm, our efforts would not have borne this fruit, which we have been able to reach today. Last but not the least, I want to place heartfelt appreciation for the current members of the TRIP team, who have gone beyond the call of duty. I have seen them working day and night for this project, to take this project forward, making sure that the people from the states are trained in the best institutes, in the latest in dam design, safety. I want Ravi Pillaji, Yogi hai, Manoj ji, Vikram Patya ji, Vikram नहीं है? आप खड़े रहिए जरा सब लोग। मैं श्री PN सिंह जी, नित्यानंद जी और गोपाल सिंह जी, खूब जोर से तालियों से इनका स्वागत करता हूं। मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता कि कैसे ये वो फाइलें लेके घूमते हैं जिसमें इनका कोई भी स्वार्थ नहीं होता। बहुत सारे लोग वो फाइलें लेके घूमते हैं कि मुझे जाना है, अमेरिका जाना है या इंग्लैंड जाना है, लेकिन ये वो फाइलें लेके घूमते हैं कि सर हमें कर्नाटक के लोगों को, तमिलनाडु के लोगों को, उत्तराखंड के लोगों को बाहर भेजिए। That's why I respect them. Wonderful, wonderful to be with you. ये मेरी पहली बात थी। प्लीज। दूसरी बात मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि मंत्री जी आज आपके बीच में नहीं आ पाई। मेरे कलीग संजय ने बहुत बढ़िया मैसेज उनके बिहाफ पे पढ़ा। उनका दिल लेकिन नहीं गया। She is very, very keen and she follows very keenly what is going on. उन्होंने दो बातें कही किसी वक्त जो मुझे लगती है आज के लिए बड़ी उपयुक्त है, उनका भी याद करना बड़ा जरूरी है। वो कह रही थी कि मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर मिल जाए अगर तुझको दरिया तो समुंदर तलाश कर। We should not be, we can't be complacent. We have to take it to the next level. Make sure that the drip pervades all these states in the country and makes a difference. And then, the second line she added, हर शीशा टूट जाता है पत्थर की चोट से, हर शीशा टूट जाता है पत्थर की चोट से, पत्थर ही टूट जाए वह शीशा तलाश कर। तो ये बहुत जरूरी है क्योंकि मैं कई बार सुनता कि हो नहीं रहा सर, फाइनेंस की मंजूरी नहीं मिल रही, स्टेट्स नहीं आ रही, वो नहीं हो रहा, ये नहीं हो रहा। We have to persist. We have to take it forward. मुश्किलें तो आएगी, सबके जीवन में मुश्किल नहीं होता, हम सबकी जरूरत नहीं है, ये सब लोगों की जरूरत नहीं है। These people are not required because there are things to be resolved, because there are obstacles to be surmounted. That's why all of us are required. मुझे आप सबका इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में स्वागत करते हुए, जिसमें CWC, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स, academia, international agencies like World Bank, AGES, private partners, उन सबका स्वागत करते हुए बहुत आनंद हो रहा है। I'm really, really grateful to all of you for coming here, and we welcome you wholeheartedly. पानी अभी इतना scarce हो गया, what has become so scarce कि जो 5,000 के करीब per capita per annum availability थी, it has come down to about 1,100 now. There is a huge temporal and spatial variation. Assam में 5,000 तक भी मिल जाएगा meters per person per annum, even more. But if you go to certain places in the south, it may be 300 cubic meters per person. A huge variation. In that scenario, the dams occupy a very important position to stabilize the availability of water. Stabilize the availability of water for various developmental purposes. Yet, out of the 600 to 700 BCM which we use, and the possibility of storage of 600 BCM, we store only 289 BCM in our country. Some few other dams are in the pipeline. There are about 4,900 complete dams and 350 dams under construction. So which means these dams have to be preserved as a valuable resource. मुझे याद है कि जो मैं गुजरात राज्य से आता हूँ कि 1945 में the work on Sardar Sarovar started. 1945 when Sardar Patel was alive, right? The project is still going on. The gates have not been lowered still. Now you make a dam with so much effort and then forget about it. I think that's very, very unwise. So much investment in funds, so much investment in rehabilitation, evacuation of people, reallocation of people, and you forget those dams. I don't think that's a very wise idea. That's why this conference is extremely important for us. And the ministry takes this conference in that light. Number of these dams are more than 100 years old. They do not meet the standards of safety. We need to have a national mission to take care of those dams. We need to work on those dams, and that is why these initial few states which are involved in the grid project, they need to be nurtured and the project taken forward with the best evidence from worldwide, so that it can be scaled up to all the countries, all the other states. This can be scaled up. That's very, very critical. अभी जो पुराने डैम्स थे, उनपे downstream there is a huge development. I have seen Nangal, Bhakra Nangal and all, there was nothing downstream. Now when you go to some of these dams, the huge amount of population which stays there, it sometimes really scares you. I was the commissioner of Rajkot some time back, and I know what people went through the Machu disaster in 1979, when 2,000 people were killed. What happened in the Tigra disaster in Madhya Pradesh in 1917, 1,000 people died. Recently, in Himachal, almost 25-30 students died because there was no communication and the spillway gates were opened randomly. We can't let these things happen. And therefore, this dam safety rehabilitation and improvement project is extremely important for our country. However, we cover only 5% of the dams in the country, just 5% of the dams. We need to make sure that it's scaled up and all states become part of the drip team and ensure that the dams are safe in their respective states. I was just sitting with a friend from Tasmania, Mr. Angus, and he was telling me of the system which they follow in Tasmania. I think we need to work on something like that. He was telling me that there is a risk assessment, dam safety review by the Australian National Council on large dams every 20 years. It's a comprehensive assessment of all dams in terms of life, safety of the people, in terms of business economics, in terms of environment. Every 5 years, there is a comprehensive surveillance system on instrumentation, on monitoring, on flood control, flood prevention ability, and the environmental damage which is called, and the seismic situation in that area. And then every year, they do, which is done by the regulator as well as by the dam owners, an intermediate inspection on communication, other works, and do a general check of the dam. I think we need to put up such mechanisms in our place so that in a systematic manner, in accordance with the guidelines of International Council on Large Dams, we make sure that our dams, where a huge investment has been made by our country, are safe for use by our people. We need to do that. What do we expect? We expect a substantial risk reduction in terms of life, damage to property. I was amazed. I mean, we go to KR Sagar, thousands of people, any day you go to KR Sagar in Karnataka, you find thousands of people. The dam was in a terrible shape. When our drip teams went there and inspected the dam and made their assessment, it was in a terrible shape. Hirakud Dam, you saw a corner for Odisha, it had a lot of problems. So we need to look at all those dams and make sure that they meet all the requirements of dam safety and are doing what they are expected to be doing. I feel very happy that in this project a huge capacity building component has been introduced. I feel very happy. I was just telling you these fellows ensured that about 50 people from various states went to USBR, went to Delft, went to Netherlands for training programs in Japan for a large number of people, and the active involvement of our own academic institutions, which I just mentioned. I feel very, very happy about it, but we need to train a large number of people. We need to take the best evidence which has been brought into our country by consultants like EGIS to all the states and all our professionals who are working in this field. We need to take it to them. One of the best things that has happened is the emergency action plans that have been prepared for some of the dams and which we need to do for all the dams. I think that's a very good beginning, which we need to take forward. I also feel that we, just like the Australian experience, which I just mentioned to you, we need to focus on the regulatory mechanisms so that whatever we are talking, whatever we are doing is done on a systemic manner. I'm glad the Division on DRIP is working very actively on the National Dam Safety Bill for a comprehensive and holistic approach to this aspect. We'll be talking more about the bill to you, and we hope to work on it very, very closely to make sure it materializes. But I think that will lead to some really holistic addressing of the issues which you have raised. I also feel very happy that the international organizations, our own IITs, and participation of a large number of experts from USA, Australia, Japan, UK, France, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, and Germany are represented in this conference. My hearty welcome to you, and we look forward to working with you. But please don't come here only as consultants. Make sure the skills which you carry are passed on to the professionals who are working with you. That would be my humble request to you. We need to make sure that those skills are effectively passed on. And my advice to my Indian colleagues, brothers and sisters, is also to equip yourself so well that you can receive that advice and internalize it. I think it will be a two-way process. We need to do it on both the ways. I was very happy to see the conference themes on health and safety of dams, flood management, novel technologies, construction and rehabilitation of dams, innovation in assessment-based maintenance of dams, institutional strengthening, emergency action plans, in collaboration with industry and public-private partnerships. I think they're all very, very important topics, and we need to internalize them. I also welcome the captains from the industry who are here today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third in the series of conferences which the Ministry and CWC have done. We started with Tamil Nadu in 2015 with the state government. We were in Bangalore in 2016 with the state government of Karnataka, and we are here with Uma and his team in 2017. We hope to make it an annual feature, to make sure that this learning is disseminated as far and wide as possible. We need your support, ladies and gentlemen, to make dam safety a mass movement. This is all I had to say to you. I wish to thank you all again for joining us for this very, very important conference. And I wish the deliberations all success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It was indeed a very generous and motivating address. I'm sure a dedicated team of wonderful professionals comes together because of the great leadership who actually brings them together and keeps them motivated. Thank you once again, sir. This event has seen the light of the day because of tireless efforts from a lot of people. We have with us Sri S.N. Vermaji, MD UJVNL, who has been mentoring a team of great people who have been the front runners in organizing this conference. Sri S.N. Verma, Managing Director UJVNL, is a very experienced engineer who had worked in NHPC for 25 years. He was chairman in Jharkhand State Electricity Board for more than 3 years. For last 2 years, he is serving as Managing Director UJVNL and also has additional charge of MD PTCUL. Under his leadership, various new hydro projects have been cleared. UJVNL has achieved record generation during his tenure. UJVNL was awarded India Pride Award in State PSU category by Dainik Bhaskar Group for its achievement in power generation. Keshau multi-purpose project of 660 megawatts and bagasse-based cogeneration plants have also been started under his leadership. UJVNL has also successfully commissioned various solar power projects. We are very glad to have him with us. I request Sri S.N. Vermaji to kindly present the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everybody. I've been given the task of vote of thanks, but before that, being the host from UJVNL and partnered with IIT Roorkee, I welcome you all. I welcome all the dignitaries, all the partner states participating here, the international delegates, our senior professors from IIT, and all the other present technical experts here. This, as our Principal Secretary said, this is a beautiful estate, a hill estate, full of greeneries. We welcome you to this estate, to have a comfortable stay here, enjoy the moment, and at the same time, sharing of knowledge in such a technical session to have a better prospect and future for dam safety for all the technical organizations who are involved here. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Amarjeet Singh, the Secretary MOWR. सर, आपने इस ओकेजन पे उनको भी याद किया है जिन्होंने ये डैम सेफ्टी स्टार्ट किया, जिन्होंने इस टेम्पल को बनाया, संवारा। हम आपको विश्वास दिलाते हैं कि हम इस मेंटल को, इस कल्चर को आगे ले जाएंगे और ये मेंटेन करेंगे। ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि हम उनको याद करें जिन्होंने हमें ये पैटर्न दिया, और हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तब दुगनी हो जाती है जब हम याद करते हैं कि उन्होंने ये क्रिएट किया और इससे मैनकाइंड को कितना फ़ायदा हुआ। हमारे साथ यहाँ उपलब्ध हैं डॉक्टर नरेंद्र कुमार जी, मेंबर मैनेजमेंट, चेयरमैन CWC। आपकी गाइडेंस समय समय पर मिलता रहता है। Thank you very much that you have helped us to rose to a level where we are competent enough to look after our designing of the many projects. The UJVNL is involved in 13 projects, hydro projects, which is already in operation. We are the major hydro utility in this state. We are making many small hydro projects also, and the bigger one, which has recently been cleared by all the Government of India clearances for Lakhwar project, 300 megawatt, and the Kisau project, which has been paid to corporation now. It has taken the shape of 660 megawatt in this area. Thanks to Sri Narendra Kumar ji